Our next flag will come in.
What is where I'm gonna sit? Yeah, I like that that shelf. Yeah, that's you.
So it's not me, but I am now officially a dealer for that company.
Okay.
I'm a dealer for that company, man. I think I was telling you about that last time. I don't know if I did tell you, but trying to make some passive income.
Yeah. That's fire. Was it comfortable for you to make that decision?
Yeah, because I was already, I had already had my own products. Prior to that, I just stopped doing it for whatever reason. But my mindset this year is take every shot given to me.
Right.
You never know what opportunity's gonna come your way unless you take the shots given.
Yeah. Man, look. Well, first of all, the fact that you willing to get out of what you were used to be able to take this new approach to sell somebody else's product, that's very commendable, because you never know where it will take you. You know what I'm saying? You never know what opportunities are gonna come from out of it. I know for me, that used to be something that I was uncomfortable with. I felt as if I had to be at a specific level in order to start doing some of the things that I wanted to do. But how you gonna ever get to that level if you don't ever step out your comfort zone?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where whatever you uncomfortable with, that's gonna be the boundary to your limitations.
I made a video about that on Instagram a few years ago, saying that you can't grow in comfort zones. And I really believe in that because, it's easy to stay confined to what you're used to. That's easy. But to grow, you have to step outside of that box.
Right.
What happens when you take a fish out of a small fish tank and put them into a bigger fish tank?
Right.
Again, they expand and grow, right?
Right.
So the same thing with us as humans mentally. We have to get outside the box. And a lot of times that box is our mindset. We stay stuck there. We're a prisoner to our insecurities, or we're a prisoner to other people's disbelief.
Yeah.
We have goals and ambitions and dreams, and then sometimes when we share those with others, it kind of get rained on, but that's because they can't see.
The foundation of your comfort zone is fear and insecurity. And for whatever reasons, we develop insecurity throughout our lives. A lot of people don't like flexibility. A lot of people don't like adaptability. If some type of change occurs, everybody gets into uproar. But change is imperative to life. Like, everything changes. And if you don't adopt a mentality to be able to adapt to those changes, you're gonna always forever remain in a stagnated place, because as life moves forward, you're supposed to move with it, supposed to adapt with it. And those movements that life takes are always uncomfortable. Like, you can't prepare yourself for what marriage gotta bring. You know what I'm saying? You can't prepare yourself for what business opportunities are coming your way. You can't prepare yourself for a child. You can't prepare yourself for nothing that you essentially want in life. But it takes a level of willingness to be uncomfortable and grow and learn that'll allow for you to be able to reach everything that you want. The reason that we are stuck and we don't oftentimes reach that place is because we doubt ourselves. We would rather be in what we're used to versus taking that initiative, taking that opportunity to be uncomfortable and take the growth that comes from it. Because growth is the only thing that's gonna get you prepared for the next level. You are designed for growth, physically, spiritually, and mentally. We're designed to continue to to get better. It requires a level of willingness to be uncomfortable in order to provide that growth.
You just said the key word, willingness. It means you have to want to grow. Can't nobody force you to grow. You gotta want it for yourself. And it all starts with your mindset. Hey, some people are complacent. If that's what you want to be, fine, that's cool. I've learned to be content, but I know what contentment that means. I still have room for improvement. I'm not just set on staying where I'm at. Right. That's what complacency begins to come in play.
And you got a lot of average complacent people with so much potential that will die with that potential not ever being reached. And that's one of the saddest things. And I think if people can recognize the potential that's in them, if they can recognize the amount of greatness that's in all of us, I think you won't be complacent. I know for a fact there was so many opportunities that I passed up on in the past just because I already had a defeated mindset. But if I would have just embraced the uncomfortable, like that would have opened that door. That don't mean that I would have been perfect in that. I probably still would have sucked. Like, I probably still would have been trash. But that willingness to do it would have opened up the opportunity for me to grow in that area. And anytime that there's an opportunity for growth, man, the sky's the limit. You know, but again, you gotta be willing to be uncomfortable in order to produce greatness.
I agree. I have an opportunity that just presented itself for me to be able to go teach a cutting class. And I've always told myself I'm not a good teacher, you know, but my podcast partner, he told me with a recent episode that, you know, that's the insecurity that I have. And I'm telling myself that I don't have the ability to teach. Yeah. So, you know what? I told myself I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna go ahead and teach this course. And I'm gonna try to knock it out the park. I'm playing it out, you know, but I'm seizing the opportunity because I never know what doors this is gonna open later on down the line. Right. Like this may create another income opportunity for me, just as one course, depending on how it go. You know, so stepping out there on faith. And, you know, I know that I have the knowledge to go out there and to teach because I've been doing it for long enough. But it's just like we've been talking about this whole time, removing that barrier of fear. We're going out there and doing what needs to be done. The only thing that's stopping me is me. Right.
That's it. The only thing that's stopping all of us is ourselves. Like, we like to try to put the blame on other people. And there are situations that make it very, very uncomfortable. Like, and it's not because you did it or you created it yourself. Like, it is the effect of somebody else's decision. But you are the only one that control what you get into and control what you don't get into. Nobody else has that control over you. So if you already made it up in your mind to embrace the uncomfortable, start to become comfortable with the uncomfortable, man, you're going to start doing opportunities. You're going to start growing to a level, and before you know it, that's going to provide such a shift in your mindset and your physicality and your abilities that you're going to wonder, like, where all this come from? Right. I didn't even know I had all this in me. You know what I'm saying? They got the show on Netflix. I think it's called Quarterbacks.
Yeah.
With Patrick Mahomes in it.
Yeah.
Man.
I know they're doing the NBA version.
Oh, yeah? But one thing I watched that a good while ago, but one thing that stuck out to me was with Patrick Mahomes, in his training, they purposely put him in uncomfortable situations Like they bend his body in uncomfortable positions so he can get used to the way that he gonna get hit in real game. And when he's in that uncomfortable position in training, he's getting used to it to where he knows how to throw the ball in those uncomfortable situations. So like with average quarterbacks, when they get hit, they either fumble or they can't throw the ball, or they still can't make a play. But what makes Patrick Mahomes great is the fact that he can be on the run and throw the ball in an awkward position. He can be getting tackled and still throw the ball and with accuracy. You know what I'm saying? That's a different level of commitment, but the reason why he's able to do that is solely because of the training that he goes through. He purposely put himself in uncomfortable positions, so when the uncomfortable positions come in real game, he's ready for it. He can be able to accommodate. He can be able to be flexible enough to still make the play. And I think we need to do that in real life. Embrace the uncomfortable. Whatever you afraid of, like, we all got something that we are instinctively afraid of that's not gonna really harm us, whether it's starting a conversation with a stranger or
a little spicy.
Yeah. My eyes watering and everything.
Because I'm afraid to fail, that's my driving force to try stuff. Like when I left my shop and came into the suites, I wasn't too sure how that was gonna work out for me. I wasn't sure if all my people was gonna follow me here. I wasn't altogether sure how I was gonna come out. I had a goal, I had a dream. And that don't always mean saying go according to plan. But all I can say is I've been pretty successful since I've been here. Thank God for that.
Have you noticed that your fear of failure in the past prevented you from trying certain things because you was afraid to fail in it?
It actually motivated me. I know it's weird to say, but it's because I've seen examples of failure. Right. I use that as my motivation.
Right. Fear is gonna always be there, right? Like you're always gonna be nervous. You're always gonna be afraid of, the next opportunity or the next level. But it's what you do in the presence of fear is the defining action. So like courage, people think courage means you don't have any fear. No, but courage is, even in the face of fear, you move towards it. So you are a good example of moving in the face of fear of failure. So even though you fear failure, that fear of failure don't stop you from pursuing certain things. How long did it take from you passing out cards to you not having to pass out cards?
Man, no lie, I was able to quit my overnight job because at this point I was working overnight and I was going in the shop, coming from working overnight. So I say 3 months tops is when I was able to quit my overnight job. Once I started working in the shop, passing out cards, letting everybody know who I was. I was still working on my skills, but I wasn't gonna let fear stop me from becoming a full-time barber.
You just said something important right there. You said you were still working on your skills while you took the step to pass out the cards. That's one of them things I feel like plague a lot of people is that they try to wait until the skill is at the level that they're comfortable with to then start doing the uncomfortable, because they feel like the skill is going to, speak for itself.
And then one skill that people forget, you still have to have people skills.
Yeah.
So you can be skilled all you want, but you still have to have people skills.
Right.
So it's not altogether me being a good barber that attracts people, but it's the ability to be able to connect with them too. If we waited on maximizing our skill to start growing, then we would never grow.